Welcome back to Turkish Stars Explained. If you're new here, this is the channel where we break down Turkish stars going global. What's real, what's hype, and what these moves actually mean for international momentum. Today we're talking about a headline that sounds simple, but it's actually a big strategic signal. El Turco now has a clear release date, January 15th on Movistar Plus. And if you're thinking, okay, a date, so what? Here's why this matters. In streaming, a release date is the moment a project becomes real in the market. It's when the platform stops teasing and starts committing. It's when marketing ramps up, press starts moving, and algorithms actually get something concrete to push. So in this video, we'll break down 3 things. First, what this announcement really confirms. Second, why Spain is such a smart step for international momentum. And third, the 3 rollout signals you should watch next, especially if you're outside Spain and waiting for English subtitles or broader availability. Let's start with what we actually know. Movistar Plus has locked in January 15th for El Turco. That's a big deal because platforms don't casually publish premiere dates. A date usually means the pipeline is ready. The scheduling is set, the launch assets are prepped, and the rollout plan has a real starting line. This is not rumor season. This is platform season. Now, if you're a Jaan Yaman follower, you've probably noticed something about his career path lately. It's not built like a traditional one-market actor strategy. It's built like a route. A route means different countries, different platforms, different genres, and different release models, so that momentum doesn't depend on just one place or one fan wave. And El Turco fits that pattern perfectly, because it's a clean launch. Clean launches matter. A clean launch is when the audience knows where to watch, when to watch, and what they're getting. That's how you get real traction. Reviews, word of mouth, second-week retention, and the kind of buzz that moves beyond fandom. Now let's talk about Spain, because people underestimate how powerful Spain can be as a gateway. Spain is one of the strongest TV and streaming markets in Europe. But the bigger point is that Spanish-language media and Spanish audiences can create an echo that travels. When something hits in Spain, it doesn't just stay in Spain. It can bounce into wider European conversation, and it can also connect into a massive Spanish-speaking audience worldwide. That's why landing on a major Spanish platform can be strategically huge. And that's also why this announcement should catch your attention if you're in the US or anywhere outside Spain. Because even if you can't watch on day one, a Spain-first release can be the first domino in a bigger distribution story. Now let's connect this to Jaan Yaman's positioning. One of the smartest things an actor can do when building an international career is create proof in different markets. Not just popularity. Proof. Proof that you can carry a project with a mainstream audience. Proof that you can survive a rollout cycle. Proof that the work can stand even when the internet moves on to the next topic. That's why dates matter. Dates create measurable performance. A coming soon label is noise. A specific date is pressure. It forces the platform to push. It forces the press cycle to start. It forces the audience to either show up or not. And that's exactly what makes January 15th interesting. It turns El Turco into a real test of momentum. Now here's the practical part. What should you watch next? Because the biggest mistake people make is assuming released in one country means available everywhere. That's not how rights work. So here are the 3 rollout signals that will tell us whether El Turco is getting ready for broader reach, especially for the US and wider Europe. Signal number 1. Subtitle and audio options. Movistar Plus is a Spanish platform, so the first rollout will likely focus on Spain. That's normal. But what international viewers care about is the subtitle situation. Will it have English subtitles? Will it be dubbed? Will other language tracks be added quickly? The moment you see official subtitle expansion, or clear language options, this is when a platform is thinking beyond the local market. Because subtitles aren't just a nice extra. Subtitles are infrastructure. They're a signal that the platform is preparing the show to travel. Signal number 2. Repeated platform promotion. Watch how Movistar Plus treats the show in the weeks around release. A single post announcing a date is just a schedule update. But repeated promotion is a push. Look for homepage placement, banners, featured rows, trailers, and multiple social media posts. Not just one. Platforms don't spend attention evenly. If they keep pushing something, it means they want it to land. And that matters because platform push is the difference between a release and an event. Signal number 3. Distribution outside Spain. This is the big one for you if you're in the US, the UK, or anywhere outside Spain. A Spain-first release does not automatically mean global availability. Rights can be fragmented. So the real question after January 15th is, who else picks it up? Which platform carries it in other regions? When do we get a second wave of release dates? The next big signal would be either a new platform announcement in another region, or a clear international availability update. Until then, treat January 15th as the first domino, not the final one. Now, I want to address the question I know people will ask. Can I watch it if I'm not in Spain? Here's the honest answer. It depends on where the rights land in your region. If you don't see it officially on your local services, it's usually not because the show isn't released. It's because distribution is staged, and the legal streaming window hasn't opened in your country yet. And that's why patience actually pays off here. Because unstable sources, random uploads, low-quality versions, missing subtitles, might feel tempting, but they usually vanish. And if you're watching for the full experience, the official version with stable subtitles always wins in the long run. Now, stepping back, what does this mean for Jaan Yaman's bigger international trajectory? It means the career route is still being built step by step. Italy gave prime-time event exposure with a classic adventure property. Spain gives a platform-driven, streaming-style momentum moment. Different engines. Same goal. International stability. And if El Turco lands well, it adds another strong piece of proof that Jaan Yaman's momentum isn't one country hype. It's a repeatable pattern. That's the real game in international careers. Not one loud premiere, but multiple markets confirming you can keep delivering. So here's my question for you. Do you think Spain can become Jaan Yaman's biggest gateway to wider international audiences? Or do you think the next step has to be a US-first global platform? Drop your take in the comments because I want to see how you're reading this strategy. If you enjoyed this no-fluff breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because as soon as we get new rollout signals like English subtitle confirmation or a wider international pickup, we'll cover it right here. Thanks for watching Turkish Stars Explained, and I'll see you in the next video.